Trader Cobb Crypto Podcast. This is the Trader Cobb Crypto Podcast.
Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Trader Cobb Crypto Show. Today's show is brought to you by TraderCobb.com, where you can find all your trading in crypto education, along with heaps of free content on the website. So go across to TraderCobb.com, register for the free bi-weekly video newsletter, and you'll get everything that we do straight to your inbox. So we got Trader Luke with us today. Luke Inkson is my first apprentice in my Journey of the Apprentice series. You have heard him before on the program, and if you are in our Market View monthly subscription, you'll be very familiar with the Journey of the Apprentice video series that he has been putting out. We're going to cover a subject today that I think Luke has picked up in the last couple of months that has definitely helped and adapted his trading, and I want to introduce him to you guys again. Luke, thanks for being on the show, mate.
Thanks for having me, mate.
Yeah, so look, obviously the last couple of months have been, if we talk about the markets, the major direction over that period of time, it has to be said that, the top 10, and we're talking about across against the US dollar, we've kind of been down. Bitcoin had and still is effectively in that down trend. You were fairly new to trading when you came across the Trader Cobb series and whatnot. Now, I know from mentoring you each week the sort of trades you've been taking. You have been taking shorts, and you have been finding success with shorts. Did you, at any stage, what were the things you had to get over in your head? Because I know people do get confused with what shorting is. What would you say was the epiphany you had, or how did you get around that?
Shorting, the only thing I regret about shorting is I wish I'd got into it sooner, because it did seem kind of daunting, the idea of shorting. But once you get your head around it, it does become a lot easier, and it really is a game changer. In the beginning, it feels like I was trading with one eye closed, only being able to go long. But now I can see the full range of potential trades out there and can trade in either direction. So when I was starting out, I guess it was a bit like the old patting your head and rubbing your belly at the same time. But at some point it just clicks and it becomes easy to take a short trade just as you would a long trade.
And what was there any moment in time? Was it around raising? Was it like the moment at which it became something that wasn't just an idea, but it became a reality and something that you could actually do quite comfortably without having the fear? Was it at the point of raising a couple of orders, taking a couple of trades? What was it that helped you overcome that hurdle that is, I guess, the lack of the fear of the unknown? What helped you to get over that?
Definitely jumping in and taking a few trades is going to get you past that level of fear. I kind of had to write out exactly what was happening, so I had it straight in my head. And basically, I guess I was saying that I'm borrowing coins that I don't own and selling them while the price is high. And then when the price goes down, I'm buying back those coins so I can replace what I borrowed. And once I kind of got that straight in my head, things became a lot easier.
Yeah, and look, when we're looking at trading, the way that we trade, Luke, it's effectively just directional. We're trend traders. So for people out there, they will have heard it a lot on the show. I say, look, if you don't know how to short, then you're missing out on 50% of the moves in the market. A lot of turkeys were flying in hurricanes last year. A lot of experts make money when the market goes up because all you've got to do is buy. Now, we're not seeing that so much now. The first 6 months of this year has been overwhelmingly bearish with majority downtrends. And a lot of the trades I've been taking up until, I think it was the start of April, I think it may have been, or mid-April, when we did see a bit of an uptrend there on Bitcoin. There have been a lot of shorts. Across the top 10, of course, we still get good long trades if Bitcoin's falling, or if Bitcoin's sideways, we do find good opportunities trading against Bitcoin. But, if we talk about your sort of April, May periods, because obviously we're sort of starting into June now, what would you say would be the weight of long to short? So I don't know the answer to this. So it might be that they're overwhelmingly long. I'm not sure. But what would you say would be the rough percentage of long and short trades in your portfolio?
Yeah, I guess without double checking, I'd say it would be fairly evenly weighted, about 50-50. But if I didn't know how to short, then that means that I'd only have had half the trades that I have had. So it's really been a great thing learning how to short. And not only, sorry?
Go on, sorry. You go. Sorry, mate.
I was just going to say that not only is it is it great being able to take these trades in either direction, but it's also given me that ability to hedge my portfolio when the market is dropping.
Yeah, so I mean, the question I was going to throw in the middle there was, you mentioned that it's allowed you to take more trades. Now, here's the big cracker: does more trades have the short trades added to your trading? And then this might be seen as a risky question for me to ask this in a public environment, but I think I know the answer anyway. And look, honesty is the most important thing. You know, I am working with you closely to make you the best trader you can be in the shortest possible time. But the short trades that you've taken would you, again, roughly, would you think that out of the more trades that have been short that you've taken, would you be in profit on those shorts, or are you still getting your head around shorting to a point?
No, I've definitely been in profit on, I'd say, more than half of the shorts that I've taken. But at the same time, I am learning to sit back, sit on my hands when there aren't perfect trades out there. So I am taking less trades as time goes on. But no, those short trades definitely have been profitable.
Because the thing is with trading, obviously that's the main goal. It's to do it from a structured point of view and to understand how we're profitable so we can replicate that. And I know, I'm not sure of, like, I recall some of the trades that you've taken, because obviously I'm seeing them after the fact. So you're sending me reports. I think that there's, it's also important to see that it's not just the amount of wins and the amount of losses, it's the sort of reward to risk ratio. So for example, for me, my best short of the year so far has been that Bitcoin Cash trade that we took. When was it? It was when I went up the coast. That short breakout trade back in, I think it might have been March, if I recall correctly. And it was a doozy. It ran like an absolute donkey on Bitcoin Cash, if you recall that. So it's not just about the ability to take shorts, or have lots of shorts that win. It's about converting that into profit. And that's what I love about crypto, is that we do have big moves, but whether it be up or down. And for me, I think I've still taken more shorts this year than I have longs, but I think it's that ratio is starting to change as Bitcoin is sort of not moving as much. It means that I can trade the alts against Bitcoin a bit freer, because there's more uptrends there available for me. And of course, when you're trading against Bitcoin, there are more options to trade long, because I can buy anything I want against Bitcoin. I can't short everything I want against Bitcoin. So there will be less opportunity in a downward market. So I just wanted to make note of that, just because of virtue of the fact that you can't short everything like you can go long everything. But it's a tool that if you don't have access to, you really need to get access to that. Because I mean, imagine could you imagine trading without being able to go short now, Luke?
No, I definitely wouldn't want to take that possibility away, because you'd be missing out on at least half of the potential trades.
Yeah, and it also, I know for me personally, like I hear people in the Slack group, I speak to people at events, and people do get worried when the markets fall. Like for example, at the most recent events I've been speaking at, I've been putting up a list of the guests that I've had in the show, like high caliber guests, sort of saying to people, look, these people, they're in the space bigger than you are. All right. They're not talking about price. They're not worried. So relax. Don't be freaking out. Don't get too emotional. If you want to be active right now, be active either reading your white papers, finding out the fundamentals to invest in other tokens if you're able to, or learn how to trade at this moment in time. But I mean, the thing that I'm finding is that a lot of people have they're nervous. There's a lot of nervous energy, because a lot of people can't make money if the market doesn't go up, and the market hasn't been going up. So they are nervous. Trading allows me, I don't care. I'd much rather the market go up. Don't get me wrong. I would much rather the market go up. My investment portfolio is long term. Short term, I can trade and I can hedge. I mean, that has it made you feel a little bit more comfortable that the market can do what it's going to do and you're cool?
Yeah, 100%. You hit the nail on the head there. So you really need to make that distinction between an investment portfolio and your trading portfolio, because they are two separate things. So yes, the market might be falling at the moment, and my portfolio of long-term investments is taking a hit, but I'm not so worried, because I can short trade while the market's falling, and I'm still making money there. So I can trade in either direction with that trading account, and everything's fine. So yeah, it's made me a lot more comfortable with the way things are going.
And what would you say to anybody out there who's still a little bit unsure about shorting or trading in general? I mean, more so the shorting side. They know where they can find out more. They know they can go to tradercobb.com. They know that the education is available. But more one of your lessons that I want you to be able to give to them. I know you sort of touched on writing it down before, but what would you say for somebody who's a little bit confused about shorting? What would you say to be the best thing for them to do to understand what it's about so they feel comfortable?
I would say you need to find someone that does understand shorting and get them to teach you, or find some YouTube videos that explain it. There are plenty out there that can teach you what shorting is about, and you just need to try and learn it until it all clicks and you think, great, I actually understand how this works now. Because once you do know, you will be in the same boat as me, and you'll think, I wish that I'd gotten into shorting a lot earlier, because it's not as difficult as it sounds.
Well, Mr. Luke Inkson, it's a pleasure having you on the show, mate. I look forward to seeing your trading report next week. Make sure you get it to me on time. And we'll continue to do these and impart these lessons when they come to help the listeners, as we do within Market View in a visual sense, guys. So don't forget the show's brought to you by tradercobb.com, where you can jump across there, guys. Register for the free video newsletter. You can see all the courses, content, and of course, a hugely popular Market View with the 6-day-a-week content for myself and the apprentices. The Journey of the Apprentice series is in there also. So, guys, have a fantastic day. Thank you once again, Luke, and we will speak again very soon.
Thanks very much. See you guys later.
Cheers, guys. Bye.
The Trader Cobb Crypto Podcast. Check out tradercobb.com because experience matters.